Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and today's video is going to be a little session. I'll probably have to make two videos on this. How to get this picture isn't level, but how to get these are pistol grips. So how to get this Lewis design, and I did it real lightly so it wouldn't rub on the person's hand, and but still shows up in the picture, doesn't do any justice. It actually looks better than that. But how to get them equally spaced on both sides and actually how to put them into the machine. So I've got several videos out there on how to scale down the object. For say these grips were 2.785 tall, so I cropped the picture on this side to 2.78, and it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're in the ballpark. And then what I did, I just took my 2-point line and I just started drawing lines. And if you just keep clicking, and I actually put a little curve to them, but it's not 100% necessary, and it wasn't the best picture. I should have reshot the picture. But anyway, you've got the design. Then you could actually, just for grins, you could go back in here and tweak a little bit. If you have your nudge factor set on something low like 0.001, you can click on that node and just slowly move him up. Then you could actually turn it to a curve, turn this one into a curve, and actually, make it conform to the shape of the pistol a little more. It doesn't really matter. You're just using it as a guideline. Anyway, so I did that. And then it's kind of hard to explain, but then you're going to want to group that all together. Control G. And then make a duplicate of it, Control D, and then mirror it. And then put these two boxes, and this is where your low nudge factor helps you out. And it'd probably be better not to have the name in there at the time. But anyway, so now I've got this. And we'll move that out of the way for just a second. See if we can't get rid of the name. And whenever you're working with something like this, put your nudge factor like on 2 inches, because you don't know what you're getting. Let's ungroup all that. Ungroup it again. Let's just ungroup everything. Okay, everything evidently ungrouped. And then just move stuff up. I've actually ungrouped the whole thing. But we don't need that one anymore. Let's see if we can't get just the Lewis. Evidently we have to ungroup this. Move it up out of the way. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Now, I didn't draw that as good as I did before because they're a little bit off on the shape. But then when I went to the laser, and I actually extended the crosshairs out of the box so I would know where the center of the crosshair was. I made long lines so they would go past the pistol grips. And then I made, the square box the size of my Lewis. And this picture looks a little off, but you can do both at one time. The picture's crooked. I just got through taking this, but it's crooked. But this way it does two things. It gets you a good flat line, because you can bring down an indexing line when you're drawing that to make sure you're good and level in your laser. But anyway, what it does, I put this grip on this side and then this grip on this side in the drawing, and both my boxes are in the center, equal on the grips. Now I would suggest, so what I did, I burned this in at 100 power, like 50 speed, so it wouldn't go through the MDF. This was just a scrap piece of MDF, but it gave me some good guideline markers. Then you can actually, well, let's just go to this one. So we're going to do this one first. And this is what I actually did. And this is where, if you have your nudge factor set, you can bring things in and out. So there we go. That's exactly where it needs to be. So this is actually the one I ran. So then we're going to grab our, let's ungroup this and select just that box. And as you can see, we've got just the box. And then I would run the laser with my red dot pointer working, but my lid up so it won't burn. Just kind of visually see I'm in the right spot. And then I'll run a raster job and raster that Lewis in there. Now let's group this together, Control G for group. Let's move this one over and this one out. Now I actually went and ran another test. So I placed my pistol grip in there and I put blue tape on it. Even though it shouldn't move, it's so lightweight that I put blue tape around it. And then I would still run another test on this box, do a select and just select that box if your print driver has that capability. But it's a really easy, slick way. Two things happen. It gets parallel with the bottom of the pistol, and both grips are exactly in the same spot on both sides. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.